Okay, here we are on part two uh, of just the basics of medical words. Just as a reminder, these are the objectives for this video series: to discuss the four parts of medical terms, recognize word roots and combining forms, identify the most common prefixes and suffixes, describe anatomical positions, define the body planes, identify regions of the body, define directional positional terms, and then build, divide, spell, and pronounce common medical words. So we covered word roots in the last session, and now we're going to talk about our combining vowels. So combining vowels make it possible to pronounce long terms. Combining vowels combine two word parts, such as between two word roots or between a word root and a suffix. The vowel normally used is the vowel O. All right, so let's go deeper on this. So just like any language, there are rules regarding the use of vowels. The rule we see in this slide deals with the use of the combining vowel between a word root and a suffix. Okay? If the suffix begins with a vowel, then you don't use a combining vowel. For example, in the word arthritis, arthur means joint. Okay? This means joint. Itis means inflammation. So typically to combine two words, right, we said we would use the vowel O, but because the suffix begins with the vowel I, or begins with any vowel, we don't put O in there. So we connect the two words together as arthritis. We don't put an O in, because that would not be appropriate. If the suffix begins with a consonant, then you use the combining vowel. And that's where we typically use the combining vowel O. For example, we take that root word of Arthur again, and now we combine it with a scope. Scope is a tool that lets you visualize. In that situation, because scope begins with a consonant, here we need a combining vowel. So this becomes arthroscope. The next rule deals with using combining vowels between two word roots. Typically, we will use a combining vowel between two root words, even if the second root word begins with a vowel. So here's an example: gastroenteritis. The root word, G-A-S-T-R, gaster, means stomach. The second root word is enter, E-N-T-E-R. Enter pertains to the intestines. The last part of the word, itis, which you'll recall from the last slide we saw, is inflammation. So because we're combining two roots together of gaster and enter, we put an O in here. That leads to gastroenteritis. When we typically write root words or word roots, the format that is used is the word root followed by a slash and then the combining vowel. So here's a way to look at this. Cardio. Cardi relates to heart. So cardio. Hepato. Hepato relates to the liver. Gastro, we just talked. Gastro relates to the stomach. So a good way for you to break it down is to put the root word while you're learning this, and then put a slash and then the O. That way you're not thinking of it's always cardio, because not everything is cardio. If there is not another word root behind it, you might not have that letter O in there. So here are some examples of joining forms. Arthur means joint. Cardi means heart. Dermat means skin. Enter means small intestine. Gaster means stomach. Hemat means blood. Nepher means kidney. Ner means nerve. Ot means ear. Pulmon means lung. Rhine means nose. Ur means urine or urinary system. So you can see on each of those, again, a way to think about it is you put that combining form of O on the end if you're going to put another root word behind it. So now what we've talked about is the 4 parts of medical terms: the word roots and combining forms, common prefixes and suffixes. You've been exposed to them here. You're going to go much deeper in your other slide sets.